Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to a bit more Age of Wonders Planetfall. Again, a big thank you to Paradox Interactive and Triumph Studios for giving me early access to this game, so I can show it off to you guys. And obviously last time we did the tutorial mission, we're going to be jumping into Leave 6, the second mission here, but now I believe I have the ability to customize my commander. So we have no points at the moment. We're starting with a shotgun, Vanguard assault equipment, which gives us a shotgun. Includes a laser rifle and a thing. We can also go to a Vanguard sharpshooter, which gives us a sniper rifle or a void blade. Ooh. Various different things. I think I'm going to stick with what we've got at the moment, so we get the bigger military from this one, and we've got our fairly decent loadout. I do like the idea of sniper rifles. I'm going to give this a go with a sniper rifle this time. Obviously, so you've got various backgrounds which all give you different things, different colony supplements, again, different weapon loadouts to start with. So you can start with an assault vehicle, which is quite cool, or a support vehicle. So start with an assault bike or an Imperial APC, and a various vice which gives you things back. So yeah, it gives you extra unhappiness. You embezzle 10 energy credits each turn, reduced production, or stubborn, reduced knowledge, which is all good. So you can buff yourself up. I can't change anything else here. Oh, we can change our name. There you go. This is Jet R. You can be obviously male or female. Let's have a look. Oh, and we can change my background. I'm not going to tweak this too much, guys, because obviously you guys probably don't want to see this all being tweaked. So, though, yeah. I can be floaty. I like the Admiral Thrawn pose here. With the arms behind the back. Oh, it changed my name. There we go. And I can change my banner and everything. I'll have a bit of a look at this offline, guys, because I don't want to bore you with this. So, yeah, let's jump in.
Commander's personal record. Vanguard Expeditionary Forces. Cryosleep cycle completed. No casualties. Time since launch, 197 years. We're finally back. After a storm destroyed our hyperspace passage, we had to take the long way around. Most of us joined the Vanguard to escape our past. 2 centuries should be enough to give everybody a clean slate. Time to contact Vanguard Central Command. We're heading for Leave 6, the military transit hub in this section of the borderlands. The crew is already speculating about visiting the Elysium parks. Gambling, booze, and promiscuous androids. Oh well, after 2 centuries of sleep, it's time for some fun.
I think they might be disappointed, don't you guys?
Something is wrong. We have reached the Leave 6 star system, but instead of orbital patrol, there was only scattered wreckage awaiting our arrival. While searching for survivors, we spotted a ship of unknown configuration. Entering the planet's atmosphere, it ignored our hails. Residual void interference prevents us from scanning the surface.
Okay. So obviously something's happened and we're not sure
The
what.
Elysium parks must wait. We have a new mission. We need to assess the strategic situation on Leave 6. Contact Vanguard Central Command and help them clean up this mess. Prepare for Planetfall, for the Vanguard, and for the Union.
Well, let's make Planetfall. Trying not to say jump in. Well, this definitely doesn't look like a inhabited planet, that's for sure.
Welcome, Commander. I am Ava, your autonomous integrated virtual assistant. Standard issue for every planetary governor of the Star Union.
Yes, I do still wish to get help messages, but I've had a lot of them already. Base camp With base camp set, we're ready to march out. Down here, it's the same desolate images in orbit. It's all desert and charred ruins. The tropical paradise Vanguard Central created for their soldiers has gone to hell. Someone has been fighting a war here. The question is who and when. So far, none of our standard frequency calls have been answered. If there are any survivors, they're either cut off from communications or unwilling to talk. Time to search out the old-fashioned way, with our laser rifles ready. Tapples! Beep, 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 beep. The robot ambles playfully. Would you look at that, Lieutenant Jiang? Your little friend is making himself comfortable in this rotten place. Yes, sir, but it's no surprise. My brother used to be stationed here at one of the Leave 6 repair stations. This is where we assembled Tapples. He must be feeling he's close to his... Hey, Tapples! What are you doing? Beep beep. The robot slips through one of the unfinished sections of camp wall and dashes straight into the desert. Search for survivors. Send an hour scout to look for Star Union. Any Star Union present. And find the alien ship. The alien ship we saw as we were coming in. So we need to find that vessel and work out what's going on. Or we get a gunship as a reward. And locate Tapples. Locate Lieutenant Jiang's Pug. Pug is a unit, not a robot. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so I have actually done this mission before, guys, or started this mission before. And what's really, really cool is this map is different this time. And I had read that every time it regenerates the map. So things are in different positions. Obviously certain things are closer to me. But that is really cool. Anyway, let us
Armies
get on
with
to
multiple
this.
units can be split into smaller, separate...
Okay, so I can split them into units. To do that, you click on this bit at the top. I'm going to send you up looking for apples. Looks like our little robot friend has found himself some company, though. Wait a second. Aren't those road sweep units patrolling the streets? I may not be an expert on maintenance robots, but the last time I checked, they didn't require laser guns to clean up. Troop hygiene must have really dropped since we left. Ha! Good one, Commander. Though I doubt this place has seen any visitors. Any visitors that would appreciate the clean walkway for quite a while. It looks completely deserted. Agreed. Either way, I suggest we interrupt this particular mopping up before your little pet gets blown to pieces. Okay, so we need to go up there and deal with that, and we get a pug back, which I assume is Tapples.
Objective completed.
Take the reward or sell it. I'm going to take it because it gives me a bonus to all my other stuff.
These are Marauder guards. Having taken a location of value, they will remain there and protect it with their lives.
Okay, we'll take them out on the way. Let's send my other owl. Owls, as last time, they're scout
This is an
units.
army belonging to an NPC faction, a group of sentient beings.
Okay. Empire Trooper. Stop! Hold it right there, filthy renegades. Return to your hovels immediately and we won't have to put you down like dogs. What is this madness, soldier? Is that how a returning crew of a sleeper mission is welcomed home these days? Step aside. Let me talk to you, your superiors. A sleeper mission? Impossible. There are no more ships arriving from the void. Don't lie to me. Ruby Squad, Emerald Squad, and Sapphire Squad. You're all madmen. You know what? We'll let you speak to the prefect. He'll show you how we deal with traitors. It's hard for us to believe these wretched creatures will want Star Union citizens. I always felt the Paragon were going too far with cybernetic enhancements. But this, are they even human? So the Paragon is an NPC faction, as it was telling us, which we found here, and are obviously survivors of the Star Union. And what about calling us renegades? Have their brains gone rotten as well? Or is there something more to this? Time to talk to the prefect. Vanguard Central Command will know what is going on. In the meantime, we should keep our eyes open for commanders of Ruby, Emerald, and Sapphire Squad. They mentioned they could be trouble. Okay, so we're going to go find them. Find the Vanguard squad leaders and get a reward for that. And appease the Paragon. Prove your good intentions to the Paragon to increase your NPC tension. Interact with their armies to receive quests.
Objective completed.
Are there any issues you need our assistance with? The Imperial Guard is crumbling. The plebeians have given in to their savage nature. Help us maintain order. So, slay 4 units. Okay, up here. Ooh. I don't have any mods yet. Right, let's move up and take that.
This combat preview is shown prior to any...
Okay, we already know about combat previews. I'm just going to auto this one because we've not done that yet. Because it's meant to be quite, looks
Units
quite
that
an easy
survive
thing.
a combat encounter gain experience.
And yeah, you gain, your units and you all gain experience when you fight combat. And obviously we need to move up to save Tapples. You can move into here for now. Let's get some production going here. First thing first, I actually want to get the extra production building. And once we've got that, we will start building up the military a little bit. It does go right round in a big circle, so let's start heading up here. Okay. So turn 2 since Planetfall. Let's deal with these guys. Yeah, I'll fight this one. Slightly harder battle, so I want to fight it.
Commanders can choose to lead battles themselves using the tactical combat system. Help messages are available for new commanders to learn the basics.
We've already done combat and been through the tutorial for that, so I don't need to go through that again. Enhanced targeting, so they're buffing themselves. Bomb, what does that do? Sorry, turning off the dehumidifier behind us. So, basically hits all adjacent units, dealing explosive damage. Oh, so that's a close range thing, is it? Yes. First things first, we're going to get all my infantry forwards and set up. Covering this guy who's been moving forwards. So that's obviously some sort of buffer, and they're fairly standard looking units. I could read more about them, but that destroys the fun of finding out. So we've all got at least some cover here. And you can go into defensive mode. Now let's see what they do. Ooh, so that's engaging us already. They are moving forward, that's good actually. Well, unless they've all got a vastly better range, then it's not so good. what we wanted. Oh, why are my other guys not engaging? Kill it. Only 20% hit chance, which isn't great. You're going to move down and just blap that.
Enemy annihilated.
65% hit chance was worth it. That's why we've not killed them, we've done substantial damage to them. You guys can move up there, we might not be able to shoot, but we're definitely in better cover. Here we go, we can get both of them with a grenade, and I believe grenades stagger? Yes, which reduces some of their action points. So they can't do quite as much this turn because they're staggered. So we're going to make sure that one dies next turn. Oh god. That one should go down easily.
Enemy eliminated.
Oh, that's close to being down. So only that
Enemy
one left.
eliminated.
Right, you can move up there to try and get a better angle. Flanking like this does potentially get me a bit extra damage as well. You're going to just move up and blat it. Oh, very close. Bugger! Left click, right click thing here keeps confusing me. So yes, I did just accidentally throw a grenade against my own guy. Ooh, that was too close.
Enemy killed.
But it's done, and that's the mission
Our
completed.
forces are victorious.
Nice, and they've all leveled up.
Objective completed.
Nice. Who treads in the shadows of my throne, hiding like thieves? Come closer into the light. Let me see your face. Ah, it is you, the ones who claim to have returned through the spatial rift. Tell me, soldier, what is the name and designation of your mission? My name is Jetar, commanding officer of the VES Frontier. We secured the Kintoni system, deployed for a Type 4 cryosleep mission 197 years ago. That being said, with all due respect, you better have a bloody good reason to treat us like this. 197 years ago, 58 days and 20 hours to be precise. The Frontier seemed like a fine ship back then. Congratulations, Commander. You have passed, so it is true. The void storms have subsided. This is excellent news. I would invite you to a celebratory dinner, but as you must have noticed, we are barely sustaining ourselves. I do owe you an apology, Commander, though you must understand our situation. When the planet lost contact to the Vanguard Central Command, it had no means of supply. Soldiers make bad farmers, and as rations grew short, tensions within the Vanguard began to boil. They split into different parties, the Emerald, Ruby and Sapphire squad, while alas, only a few remained loyal to the Paragon. Since then, they have been fighting over food, weapons and resources, laying waste to the planet with experimental Promethean weaponry. They assaulted anyone who raided all other Paragon command posts. We were desperate, but now, with your arrival and the prospect of rejoining the Union, we can surely put an end to this tragedy.
Objective completed.
Nice. Ooh, and we gained a unit of Paragon guards. So let's have a look at them. So, melee unit. Got good damage. Shield charge, which does energy damage. And kinetic. I think that's kinetic. Yeah. Basically, it's a nice melee unit with defensive things, which is still quite cool. We will move them into Zhang's force. Let's ask for another mission. Oh, that's cool. You wish to talk to your prefect? Yeah. Yeah, no. Ah, so you can trade with them, but not at the moment. So that's where they are. Their main base is, obviously. And I could ask them to leave here. I'm gonna go get a mine next, like it's suggesting, though.
Hazards linger.
Sorry, I shouldn't have clicked through that so quickly. So there's a hazard here in this area, which means you get less production. Hazards can do all sorts of things. Basically, they just apply debuffs, as you would expect.
Pickups are one-time collect.
Let's go pick that up, that stash up. So yeah, there's various pickups on the map which I can pick up, which just give me little bonuses. You can keep heading to Port 6, which is a nice sector as well. Ooh, we can upgrade the commander now. I think we got a better weapon. Oh no, it's the same level. Though I prefer the idea of a sniper rifle. But we've also got skill points. Void bullets. Ignore 50% of penalties from cover. That's very good. And steady aim. So more accurate from cover. Preferably I could put them in a bike as well, but not yet. You can still move a little bit further. Let's head up to that shiny there, and we'll start making our way up towards... No, it doesn't mark them on this one. This one, then, I guess. Guard them for now. Oh god, I've been forgetting about research. Oh, I can go straight to that one. Let's get the subjugated thing so we can buff up my troops to start with. Oh wow.
No perimeter.
Oh, that's nice. So if I'm not actually researching, it saves up the research points to spend. That's quite cool. And we'll go for Frontier Specialist first to unlock the colonizer and the buff to my colony defences. And again, instantly got it. and get the production one to offer production. Cool. That is nice, actually, the fact that it auto, you know, even if you're not doing something, it's still giving you the bonuses.
Our colonies require them.
Okay, I don't need to listen to that again. We've listened down in the past. I do like the way I can use influence with factions to ask them to move. Ooh, we found somebody. Hu Jiang. What is this? New recruits? Have you come to prove yourself to the great Hu Jiang and his Emerald Squad? Be strong, be quick-minded, be disciplined. Master your skills, and you may yet be chosen to fight in the front line as we retake the molten Earth arsenal. You? Is that really you? I thought I would never have a chance to meet you as a grown-up. When did you join the Vanguard? Do you have a wife and children? How did you survive for such a long time? There are so many questions. And Fang, my dear brother, does this mean he could still be alive as well? I mean, it's like 200 years later, so, yeah. Impossible, my family is dead. If my father was still alive, he would shoot himself. Tell your squad leader his attempts to trick me into his confidence will be met with gunfire. Sounds delightful. Oh no, it pains me to see my brother decided to conceal the truth about my cryosleep mission. But this is no lie, Hugh. Is that Hugh? Or he? I'll say Hugh. I am truly your father's sister. I can prove it. Commander, I need help. There is an interlocking pendant, a sort of family heirloom. My brother's piece is hidden in a repair station. It was our secret. If we can recover it, Hugh will believe us. Seems like a plan. I have 3 options here. I can support Lieutenant Jiang on her search, wait for a different opportunity to convince Hu Jiang peacefully, or use military force to bring this to an end. So search for the family heirloom from here. Doesn't look too far away, we'll accept that. Okay, ooh. Oh, I've got to, yeah, convince him to have a ceasefire, and I get the tank. So where was he? He was obviously the one up here somewhere. I assume it's going to be guarded. Oh no, it's not.
Visit sites are remnants of the Star Union that give a visiting army a boost.
Okay, so visiting sites, if they're in a sector, give you a buff. Okay, let's search for a repair station. I hope this pendant of yours is made of tricorium, Lieutenant, because this place looks like it has been wrecked by a horde of Angli Pteranodon. How can you even be sure that this is where we need to search? For all you know, brother, your brother could have switched working places a dozen times before he retired. I didn't want to bring this up earlier, but let's just say my parents were very preoccupied about any family members going missing, so they took some precautions. The pendants, they are more than just adornments. What are they? Tracking devices? No wonder you never talk about your family. Yes, we could use them to find each other. When we landed, I located the pendant of my brother in this position. Last time I checked, it was still there, but now it appears to be moving. Yes, there are fresh hophound tracks. I suspect one of those creatures has scavenged your pendant. I remember several instant reports where exterminators found entire collections of shiny objects in a hophound burrow. Find the creature that ravaged the repair station. Okay.
Objective completed.
Nice. Get a unit, tells a unit of engineers, which we have seen before. I suspect there's hophounds there. Yeah. Let's get on with this mission first.
Quantum-powered
Nice.
molecular machines are not magic, they're science. But the
Okay. It's been a defense mod gives you shields. Oh, we'll do that. Shields don't work against melee, but they work against most range, I believe. We also need to be doing some buffing. So buffing these guys up, or as many of them as I can. They'll be ready next turn for the fight. You can go and get that stash. Some extra food. And you're going to start heading this way towards some of the other finds. Oh, we can annex our first sector. It recommends I annex here, but I could also annex here. What do we get from this place? Boosts research. Boosts production, but it's occupied. That is owned by the Paragon, so I want to push down here. That's a small army, so we'll push down to there next turn, and then we'll go up and do them, because I want the extra production to start with. Extra production seems very good. Oh wow, the Hop Hound is still moving. Oops. And let's enter the port. That's an auto combat, we are really buffed up compared to them. Beep, beep, beep. The robot vertically jumps from Daojiang to Jetar, slewing its antenna in excitement. Come here, Tapples. Now there's a good boy. Though you have to promise never to run away like that again. Just look what you got all of us into. Looking round may actually be worthwhile. On this occasion, Lieutenant, do you remember how all the ships here had been polished and flagged out for our launch day? Now they look as if they belong to a museum. All the deconstruction handers on Guard It XX almost makes me feel like a living ghost. Ooh. Veldafire, primary weapon. Yes, please.
Objective completed.
Whoa. Strength 8 chance to 8 strength chance to apply immolate to non-mineral, giving them burning. Cool. Yeah, so I've just given him a really, really big, chunky weapon. There you go, Tapples can come join them. Oh, and you can too. And actually, I'm going to cancel that one then. And let's have a look. Don't really need the extra happiness. I'm not sure what happiness does. Happiness events which boost the colony then, so maybe that's worth doing. And that one also increases the max population. Most seem to do that to some extent. Grab the recreation dome for now. Well, obviously go to sector development once we can.
There's a way to do anything.
Oh.
There's...
Can I do something else now? Food development, so we can buff up our colony. Did that just give us something new? No. You're heading up to here. And you're heading over this way to find this one. Nuclear fallout, that's not good. Skip a turn there, what's that? Yeah, nice. So this whole region is a good one to catch as well, long run, but we can't quite annex it yet. I'd have to annex through here. I'm not quite sure how much or how far you can annex. I guess that's something we will find out long run. Here we go. Let's go annex this sector. So that's now part of our empire. Well, our territory, or will be next turn.
Operations
Ooh.
available for priming.
Spaceport tactical integration. By integrating spaceport's satellite network systems to our own tactical network, we make in-point tactical strikes far greater to succeed. The energy cost of tactical operations is reduced. Okay, let's do that. Ooh. New. We don't want to be trespassing. Vanishing sea there. Michael Valentine. Jetar, I should have known it was you. Who had returned to Leaf 6? The air reeked of arrogance ever since I heard reports about the landed sleeper vessel. Valentine? Somehow I am not surprised to find you alive. Bad weeds grow tall. Still, I never expected you to turn against your precious Paragon friends. What happened? Did they no longer look handsome enough for you? Typical mocking other people's misery. While you were frozen solid, the rest of us struggled for survival. My position granted me cryosleep access. With a war to fight, I've been in and out of cryosleep in anticipation of some sign of the Star Union would return. Imagine my disappointment to learn it's just you. Spoken like a true hypocrite. This is why I always enjoy chatting with you. Fun times aside, do you agree that it is time to end this unnecessary bloodshed? Unnecessary? I am not surprised you fell for Hu Jiang's innocent act. Go ahead, ask him what he did that night at Elysium Parks. For my cooperation, prove you're not just after my supplies. Go to Sector 43B. Pyrex fires threaten our energy reactors. Quench them, and we can talk again. Okay, energy convoy. Remains of salvage. The remains of this. Yeah, we get a reward. Convince Valentine to a ceasefire. So defeat him or give him a ceasefire, and we get a walker, and we've got a quest there. We'll send this guy back to deal with that. We are going chasing some hopper hounds. No. Let's up the defences. We already did set production. Hang on, I just selected the wrong bloody thing. There next, so I can get the spaceport. We know that the different squad leaders have been employing Promethean weaponry throughout this planet. Hu Jiang even mentioned the Molten Earth arsenal, which had to be reconquered. So I would assume it is the supply base, where those weapons are stored and manufactured. Sounds like a place we should pay a visit. I'm still not sure if Valentine was mocking me when he referred to the Elysian Parks, sending me on a wild goose chase through a deteriorating pleasure park sounds like something he'd enjoy. Still, I cannot ignore the possibility that he has a point. As opportunistic as he may be, Michael Valentine is still a Vanguard officer. Vanguard officers don't joke about war. So, got a couple of extra missions. We'll do that first. Let's remove the hazard. This takes 3 turns to do.
There is no obstacle I cannot pass through.
Nice. Eco Warrior. And Blades. Let's research that. I don't know what that unit is, so I want to have a better look. Behold, the Compendium of Cultural or Philosophical... Oh, they want us to research something. Okay, we'll do that. Industrial exploitation, because we get the buffs from here. Yeah, because this place straight up, it gives... If we click on here, and we click on the sector, well, we know it's a military sector. Yeah, there we go. And there we go, we can see it gives us that extra buff, so we're synergizing by doing that. You can start chasing towards the hopper hounds as well. There we go. Ooh, Elysian Park. No. We may need to send military troops up there. We'll go looking for that thing next.
Events listed in the right.
Doctrine enacted.
Oh, whoops. Okay, oh, we enacted the doctrine we've been working on. Okay. You can go heading up to there now. Let's keep pushing towards those hopper hounds. And you can head to this one. We've got all these things to deal with later. There's the Molten Earth
Imperial defenses are
arsenal.
remnants of Star Union planetary defense systems. They have a sector-wide effect on any armies in the sector.
God damn it, I've just been muted for a bit. Let's get them! Ooh, let's get some extra reinforcements up here first, actually. suspect this bunker allowed other Vanguard to turn this once idyllic planet into a wasteland. If we had an expert, I would prefer to disarm every single warhead and shut down the whole place. Unfortunately, time is pressing. I propose to launch a much bolder plan. Claim the Molten Earth Arsenal for ourselves and scare the other leaders into a much needed truce.
Objective completed.
It's quite a way away. Annex the arsenal for to one of your colonies to force different squads. Yeah, that's gonna be tricky. I'll have to build a colony up here, I guess. Let's start looking for those things up there. Ooh, my. Look what we got here. More volunteers to serve the glorious cause of House Timur. I was starting to think this whole expedition was a waste of resources. House Timur? Isn't that the kind of pretentious name the Syndicate would give their criminal organizations? You are the ones from the ship we encountered at the Spatial Rift, aren't you? I suppose to find an entire Vanguard squad settled at this location. I was supposed to find an entire Vanguard squad at this location. Tell me, what have you done with them? And I may spare you and your Outlander friends. Oh, you are a feisty one. And so adorably clueless. I almost think I should keep you. Don't worry about your friends, darling. We took them into our care. You should have seen them before. They were awful, so awfully malnourished. You took them into your care? Turned them into slaves, you mean? The Kirko were only a small part of the living property we found as we inspected the Syndicate. Back then, I had to obey the law and accept whenever the ones responsible could buy themselves out of their punishment. But the situation has changed. I suggest you leave the planet immediately, without your volunteers. I am sorry, darling, but the property of House Timur is non-negotiable. However, I may be convinced to refrain from further acquisitions if I am compensated for the losses caused to me by such a withdrawal. I have a list of supplementary items that could be manufactured in your colonies. Provide me with enough of them, and I shall reconsider your request. What should I do? I want Cinna off my planet. But do we want another full-scale war? Meeting her demand seems risky, since she may be stalling until backup arrives. The only thing I can say for sure is that whichever option I choose, dealing with her is not going to be an easy task. Decline.
Objective completed.
Ooh, we got a Vanguard gunship then.
Objective completed.
And a bike. Lieutenant, you look unsettled. Is there something bothering you? You know you can always speak your mind to me. Thank you, Commander, but it's nothing really. No reason to be concerned. Not a solid one anyway. What is it, Dayu? Just spit it out. Alright, Commander, but you must promise to keep this between us and not embarrass me in front of the squad. Ever since we landed, I had this eerie feeling that I am being watched. I can sense that something is off, but no matter how hard I pay attention, I can't find any concrete evidence to support my paranoia. Some paranoia may be healthy when you're stuck between the battle lines of road Vanguard squads and an opportunistic Syndicate house. The last few weeks have been rough for everyone. First, leaving our past lives in hide and cryosleep. Now this madness. Just don't let this situation get to you, Dayu. We're all in this together. Thanks, Jet. You're right. which was probably nothing. That sounds like some great last words which weren't nothing. Let me guess, there's going to be another guard unit in here. Do you want to enter to his claimed structure? Don't I have a mission from him to go here? Ah, investigate. Stay away, repulsive creeps. Didn't you already do enough damage to us for last time? There, sister. Don't cry. It's not the humans' fault. They are slaves to their instincts. Just as we are to our programming. Stick to your programming. We like to be used. Yeah. Calm yourselves, androids. We have nothing in common with people who damaged you. We just want to talk. Why are you wearing their uniforms? Also, it's rude to call us androids. Human. We have names. Very well. Emma Free. We are in Vanguard guard uniforms. Not every Vanguard is the same. We have rules. Sometimes people violate these rules. From what I can see, you're a victim. By telling me what happened, I will find and punish the ones responsible. We were singing, dancing. Officers in uniform joined us. Pleasure profile sensors indicated complete job satisfaction. Suddenly, 3 officers drew guns. There were blasts and death and so much pleasure lost. Broken. All paradigms ruptured. If you want to know more, talk to Laura too. You should be able to find her in one of the other parks. So we need to go exploring a bit more then, from the sounds of it. You guys can go on guard. Yes. What? Apparently I already hold that. You completed your task, good. Well, these fires didn't ignite themselves. Find and eliminate the renegades who started them. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Ordering me about like one of your feared. Yeah. Good day, Colonel. It's come to my attention that you are having some trouble with Cinna of House Timor. I heard of her demands, and believe me, they won't be her last. I know a subtle yet effective way to get her off this planet. Interested? That depends. First, tell me who you are and why you would even want to help me. Then we can talk. I am a friend. A friend who has a certain interest in seeing Cinna retreat off this planet. Anything to damage House Timor. I have incriminating information about Cinna's past. Her ascension to the throne of Timor wasn't all sunshine and roses. There are some people who'd try and kill her if they learned how she acquired her current position. All you would need to do is show her you have proof of what happened, and she would be more cooperative. I'll show interest. I suppose I could provide such proof. I'm listening. Yes, indeed I can. Meet me at these coordinates. Be sure to be less noisy. From what I've seen, stealth is one of your soldiers' most destructive qualities. That doesn't sound much like a trap. Oh, and we've completed the next mission for the Paragon.
Completed.
Okay, that's now an auto, because we massively outgunned them. And here we go. Who would have thought that pug units could turn so feral? Seems like they must have... No, they were pug units. Must have done most of the repair station wrecking themselves. I am as surprised as you, Commander. Makes me appreciate Tapple's jolly nature even more. It's time to form my nephew's memory with this pendant. That heirloom belonged to my father. I thought it had been. How did you? Alright, I guess if you are indeed my aunt as you claim, you at least deserve to know how my father died. Many years ago in a work accident. Being his sister, you know what that means. Guessing he wasn't a repair guy then. Unfortunately, I have an entire squad of hungry soldiers to maintain. And they are my family now. I am responsible for them. Show me you can provide for them and we'll lay down our weapons and happily end this conflict. I realise this must be hard for you, Lieutenant, but you knew something like this was sooner or later supposed to happen. We all did, when we left behind our former lives. Build food sectors. Okay, exploit 3 food sectors.
Objective completed.
Ooh, and we've got the family heirloom. And we are going to be leaving this one here. So I do already control this as a sector. So I'd like to get the sector in between as soon as we can. Anyway, as I said, we're going to leave this one here. As always, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have been enjoying this. Please feel free to pop any comments in the comment section or jump over to my Discord and say hi. It's linked to my Discord in the comments and the description, as well as links to my Twitter, my Patreon, and my affiliations with Overclockers and Humble Bundle Games. So please check them out. As always, thank you for watching.